Dan Encarnacion is from Portland, and Dan designed the Fault Lines cover. And he will also say to you he has 50 more covers that he's designed for the next 50 years at Fault Lines. Dan, his poem Tick is from an unpublished verse entitled Rumba, and other poems from Rumba have been published online in Exquisite Corpse and 1111, and in print in the forthcoming spring issue of Berkeley Poetry Review, which is one heck of a review.
Wow.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay, so I am going to read my poem that is Tony published. This part, or might be part, I don't know yet, because the novel in verse is not finished yet. It's 10 years in the making, and it's probably about 300 or 400 pages. So this might stay in, I don't know, but this is Tick. Has an epigram or epigraph of, by Henry Miller, Tropic of Cancer. The trees tangled like hair. Where was I? Stringing out a laundry line that should never have been strung. But you know how you don't think right. When the dryer's gone and died and you think the ship has come and anchored to the docks. So you gotta get those whites done for those men that come in. For those men, they like their whites white, really white. I strung up my stiff laundry line in too much excitement when I heard the chains unwind, the anchor splash, the gangplank spank that dock like that dock had been misbehaving real bad. I was hanging up my whites thinking, they're reflecting the sun like the damn devil's teeth after he tripped out to the dentist for his 6-month cleaning. I had all the sheets up, moving on to their union suits and drawers, heavy, wet, woolen cotton carapaces slung like sleeping possum over that line that should never have been strung. When I take another look down at the docks to see which men were the first bouncing down that gangplank tongue, I shade out the glare with my right hand, left, resting on the line, making it just a little sag. And I gaze at those men coming down like I'm a siren, those deserted women who had trumped up Mourn Odysseus almost to insanity, with their banshee wailing, if it weren't for his men holding his hard-nippled body straining lashed tight to the mast. That's Steve Reeves. He was a hot actor. Better than Tab Hunter. Tab did all those teen girl heartthrob roles like he never wanted to be a real man. Then I realized that there's only a scattered splatter of men making dots on the docks. That was no sailing ship that had anchored, wasn't a schooner, but some small-time trawler coming in from a 3-day fishing trip. It looked so much bigger with that steely mid-afternoon sun shimmering up like the hazy bay, like a bar's back parking lot full of broken glass. And the next poem I'm going to read is one of my more recent poems, where I have been writing more with very long lines. It's called Cinemaphilia. It has an epigraph by Reynaldo Arenas, The Palace of White Skunks. You are my solitude, and I represent to you the certainty that you are alone. Sit me down in the big dark movie theater and I can cry. Not a Cineplex where you're cattled into Coke-subsidized, Dolby digitized pens, then commerced into clockwork slumber. Oh, give me a home where the analog roams and the Ozu and Antonioni play, where seldom is heard a gratuitous slur and the screen not clouded by pubescent trivia quizzes about Quixotry theatricated feed me spoonfuls of sugar dumb dilly eye, lit films that nobody will recall what you did next summer. Sit me down in the big dark theater, the buzzbeat kind where the walls reach up, garnished in gilt as if the healing bejeweled fingers of a DW dazzled Pharaonic queen, her cupped curved hands rising erect, imploring to the phosphorescence of her husband's set jaw. A scintillating chandelier cascades high overhead. A susurrant stalactitic beard of an ancient glacial gracious mage. Home where hairs of cold plush seats stand at attention and welcome, anticipating the warm settling of your harrowed body, eager to furnish you comfort and a testimony to their resilient hearts. In that tingling silence between the cut of house lights and the burst of the celluloid's projection onto the great grand screen, you can hear the seat's soft hearts beneath you beat, seducing, you into further receptivity to the theater's pitched embrace, its quieting kiss, static images click, click, clicking into breathing being, before you and for you, a dilating threshold into a rabbit's hole. Eat me, drink me, sit me down. Let me absolve those illusory sins through tender eyes. If moved, I will cry. Thank you very much.